Because when they say that, what they mean is wheelchair users are for people who are paralyzed. But not everyone who...
what people are saying. No, that's not the only thing that people are saying. Like, you're only saying, oh, people are saying that they're only for these people. No, they're not only for those people. They are for those people who are paralyzed, but they're also for people who are elderly and people that have disabilities that they didn't cause themselves. You right here, mommy, you right here, you did this to yourself. Stop playing. What's up, YouTube? Back again with another video from the Hodge Twins today. They're talking about a woman who is, complaining about, people complaining about her using the electric scooters in the stores, and she's quite overweight. This video is called "Fat Liberation is Getting Out of Hand," and let's see what the Hodge Twins got to say about it. Damn good show.
I've noticed there's a trend with fat people. Trend, yeah. They're all philosophers when it comes to fatness. I know it's a trend too. You know what it is? You know what's empowered these people? Hey man, I just asked you a question. Would you pay attention to what I'm saying? What's wrong with you, man? All right, well, I said I noticed a trend with fat people too. What? That's what it is. What? Yeah.
What?
Fat?
Yeah.
It's obvious. Trend, man. Me too.
That's it.
You think that was funny? That was a joke. Clothes are too packed too. The clothes are baggy. I've never seen a fat person wear clothes that fit right. They go to a tailor or something. Get it? That's expensive. Get it? That was another joke and it went right over your head. Hey man, you off today. Hey Kelvin, shut up. Alright, so this obese lady. I just call her fat, man. That's a euphemism for fat. Tired of being nice to these people.
Euphemism is obese just like not a technical or a medical term for someone who's overweight? Am I wrong about that? Please let me know.
No, I got a lot of fat friends, man. I'm fat right now, so I ain't got nothing against fat people.
You're not
I just
fat.
got some. Yeah, I'm fat. In the fitness industry, you're fat. No. When I take my shirt off, I'm fat. Everybody knows I'm fat. See, I look good in clothes, though. I look good. Can't tell. I take clothes. Oh man, you're fat.
You're fat skin.
Like if I hit it from the back, and I'm gonna put my stomach on your back. Hey, stop. No, I gotta wash them with ass, man. Tight. All right, that's my motto.
Keep it tight.
Keep it tight.
Yeah, keep it tight.
All right, so this big girl, right? Big girl. She's fat girl, right?
Hey.
So she's got some. You can call her fat keep because you're fat. So. That's the rule. Like if you're black, you can say the N-word. If you're fat, you can call other people fat. If you're gay, you call people, That's the rule.
It's the rule.
I don't know who came up with these rules, but that's the rule.
Right, like who came up with these rules? Like, did we as a collective society just be like, oh, you can have those kind of opinions if you are in that group, but if you're not in that group, then you can't have that, negative opinion about that group because you don't know their struggles, you don't know their plights, you don't know what they're going through. It's insensitive to make fun of their situations, their negative situations, if you are not in that group. It's like, I completely refute that because I got fat friends. Like, I know what fat people go through. I can tell what y'all go through by y'all huffing and puffing, trying to get down the aisles of Walmart. So and I got Google. If I wanted to use Google and know what y'all really going through, I can look it up and find out. Just like you can look it up and find out what skinny people go through. And I'm not really condoning myself as skinny, but I don't know what I am, and I don't want to call myself or attach myself to any kind of group. So I'm just me, man.
All right. So anyway, let's hear what she got to say about wheelchairs and fat people. Because when I see, before we get to the video, like when I go to Target, I see a big person walk in the store and they get on there. I'm like, come on, man, that's for somebody that's disabled. Like got diabetes. Well, a lot of people got diabetes. I'm talking. Well, the card is for disabled people. They are disabled because they're too fat.
Yeah,
So I guess,
but they did that to themselves, though. Like if you are under 30 and you were over like 350 pounds or something like that, and you hop on one of those electric scooters that are technically for older people who can't get around Walmart or Target or whatever, then I mean that's who they're for, and you're using them up for those type of people. And if you did that to yourself, then they need to put like one of those like walker chairs in there for you, and you'll get some exercise from that. Those walker things that they put the tennis balls at the end of them. Elderly people put the tennis balls things at the, I don't know, I think they're called walkers or whatever. Like that's what I've always heard them called. Y'all need that. Like don't hop into the electric wheelchairs that are technically for older people. They can't help what has happened to their body. It's just age that's happened to their body. Like they get more sympathy from the general public, not just me, but just the general public. I think the majority of people would be happier with elderly people using the electric wheelchairs other than some person that's barely 30 that's 300 pounds and has developed diabetes because you can't stop eating ice cream and chicken and cookies and stuff like that. You have bad habits. I think that's fair.
you can consider them disabled fat. That was a joke and you didn't even laugh at it. No, disability is like when your foot got chopped off. What? You can be too fat and be disabled. Like your fatness and made you disabled. Like some fat people, I was looking at a show on TLC, my 700-pound nightmare, right. She can't even get out of bed.
It's their fault.
She's disabled. The fat made her disabled.
And you can argue with that person didn't have the right type of knowledge or whatever. They didn't have the right type of upbringing. They didn't have the whatever. They had some kind of underlying illness that made them not be able to exercise or get up or whatever. But still, you got to understand as a person that getting that overweight that's got to be some kind of like mental illness or something like that. You cannot get to 700 pounds. You cannot even get to like 300 pounds as like just a regular person and just consider that just like, oh, I'm fine. No, you're not fine, because you need to get on the electric wheelchairs at Walmart to get around for 30 minutes to get your groceries or whatever. That you're not fine.
Yeah. Well, that's what she's talking about in this video. Like, people don't think they should be able to get in. Whatever. Watch the video.
Hate when people say that wheelchairs are only for people who need them. Because when they say that, what they mean is wheelchair users are for people who are paralyzed. But not everyone
what people are saying. No, that's not the only thing that people are saying. Like, you're only saying, oh, people are saying that they're only for these people. No, they're not only for those people. They are for those people who are paralyzed, but they're also for people who are elderly and people that have disabilities that they didn't cause themselves. You right here, mommy, you right here, you did this to yourself. Stop playing.
Is a wheelchair user who uses a wheelchair, who needs a wheelchair, is paralyzed. Because if you're gonna do away with wheelchairs for anyone who has the physical ability to stand for like a couple seconds, I think we should do away with strollers. Because toddlers can stand, they can walk pretty far actually. If you hold their hand, they can get around fine. You know why we use strollers? Because we do need them. We need them. You cannot tell me that we do not need strollers. And we use strollers for kids who are pretty big, right? 4, 5, 6 years old. You're using a stroller because kids get tired. Their muscles are underdeveloped, just haven't gotten the chance to grow yet. And you know what? Some adults need strollers too. And that stroller is a wheelchair. So get the fuck over it. We're not in a mass wheelchair shortage, okay? What is your commitment?
Shut up. Cut off. Hey, man, you know the reason why you're big? Because it's a lack of activity. So when you go in the store and use something that was meant for a disabled person, it triggers people. Oh, look at this fat mother. Oh man, I broke my leg. I can't. Oh, you fat bitch. You know.
What?
I like how they misrepresent the argument. Nobody's making, like, you know what it is, Keith? Damn straw man.
Yeah, strong man argument.
She used something that she can attack
Yeah.
to give the impression of refuting the argument. It's a goddamn straw man. It's not a. It is. She's like distracting from the real argument. Yeah, straw man. Straw man fallacy. Well, it's a. Shut up. You don't know your fallacy. But anyway, like, okay, kids and strollers. Let's attack our argument. She brings up strollers. Like I used to stroll when I had kids when they was young because I didn't want to carry that fat ass around all day. And then they start running around. I'm scared they're gonna run in the street. So I just trap them in that damn stroller and I just push them wherever I go. Yeah, and kids get cranky. You comparing yourself to a kid? And most kids are not mature at that age. You a grown woman, you should have the maturity to respond like a responsible human being. Am I right or wrong, Keith? Yeah, and then like 4 and 5 years old, 5-year-olds. I'm not pushing no 4 and 5-year-old around the street. I never did that. Yeah, I never seen that. Did I do that? Oh, 4 or 5 years old?
It depends on where you at, right? If you at the store, then yeah, they can run around on their own, hold their hand. You know, you got to call them back if they run off or something like that. But if you're going like downtown or something like that, or if you're going to like a fair or something like that, a carnival or something, a Renaissance fair or something, you got 4 or 5-year-olds, then yeah, you probably need to, you know, push around the stroller a little bit because you're going to be there for a couple of hours. It's probably hot. They're going to get tired and cranky. They're going to probably want to take a nap at some point, and you're not going to want to leave because you still having fun or whatever, and you're going to want to stay so they can take a nap in the stroller. They can sit in the stroller, and you'll be fine, right? Everybody be happy. They get their nap, you get to stay, whatever. So it just depends on where you at, I feel like, right?
On their own 2 feet, they can walk. They're fine. Maybe them big fat kids, they can't. You gotta put that fat ass in. Fat kids gonna be huffing and puffing all the time.
Yeah.
I saw this fat kid the other day, man. That kid was so fat, man. I said, oh my God. And I was like oh my God, looking at this kid, right? And then their parents walk around the corner. I was like, Jesus Christ.
And it is very sad to see overweight children. It is, and I bet this woman in this video was one of those children at some point, and she just thinks that her parents are overweight. She's not overweight as an adult. She just think it's normal. She just think that being that big should be accepted. And I get that you shouldn't be made fun of for it, but if somebody comes to you and is like concerned about you and wants to like encourage you to be better, you shouldn't make a video about them dogging you out because they were trying to help you. I'm sorry, Mom. Like you being that overweight, it's not good. It's not good for anybody. It's not good for society. Like already you're taking up chairs that are used for the elderly. It's mainly used for the elderly in those stores. And you being overweight, taking up those chairs, I mean, come on now. It's not good for society.
Hey man, that's called freedom. You live in America. You can gorge yourself on food and you can gorge your kids on it. Yeah, a lot of you know what? A lot of responsibility comes with that. You know what I'm saying? Well, for freedom, that's a lot of power. A lot of people don't have the responsibility.
Just the knowledge.
To ensure that freedom is not going on. Yes. Sometimes people abuse their freedom. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't you think so? She's abusing her freedom. Yeah. That that damn those yeah, you know what? People are starting to say now, they don't even call them carts for disabled, they call them fat carts. Yeah, because you'll never see disabled people in them. You can see them. Yeah, all you see is fat people in them and kids playing in them. You never see a disabled person. It's always a fat kid. Have you noticed that? Well, the fat people are kind of disabled. Yeah, but you know, they can do something. Yeah, instead of getting that, shut up.
That's why people
Shut up.
They do this every video,
If they-
man. Shut up.
Give him a cane. Walk. Do some activity. So you can burn off some of those excess calories.
cane.
Give him a cane. No, that cane ain't gonna work. Man. Give him a skateboard. Something that motivates.
Skateboard?
Yeah.
Skateboard?
Man, they're gonna bust that damn head on the ground.
Fat people on skateboards. Come on.
Sink or swim. They either gonna get nice and fit and
No,
skinny.
but they are disabled.
I like how you like to cut me off.
No, I'm just saying they are disabled.
No, man, I'm just saying, man. You just love to cut me off.
Let me keep saying what I'm saying.
No, man, I let
Like-
you do all the talking, man. I never cut you off. But when I'm saying stuff, I be halfway through the sentence, you just start cutting me off, man. It's like you don't have no respect for me.
Hey, guys, stop playing.
I ain't playing, man.
I'm talking about this.
I'm getting fed up with this, man. Give me some respect.
Maybe.
Go ahead. You get that off your chest.
Yeah. So, yeah.
What?
They call them fat carts. Because when I think of those carts, when people I see like they're missing a foot or they're really old and they're like really
Yeah.
frail, or
Yeah.
if they got an oxygen tank and they can't breathe, so they can't walk around.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I see somebody perfect. You strong as hell. I know you can squat about 500 pounds because you walk around all that weight. Then you your ass in that damn thing. You just, you know,
Yeah.
it rubs.
You 500 pounds? So that means you can squat 500 pounds? Huh? What? It's just like females complaining about.
Men will argue up and down that there's no way that Lizzo is in shape, then turn on the TV and watch their favorite 300-pound offensive lineman play a 2-hour game. Not see the parallels. Just an observation for today.
Ma'am, sorry. Not the same thing. Hodge twin, sorry. 500-pound person cannot squat probably even 100 pounds. It's not the same thing.
People the wrong way.
Yeah,
when they see
because
that.
it's like you feel like you entitled. Like you're okay with. I mean,
Many people want that cart and they didn't ask for that disability they got. You're literally asking for that disability that you have.
just a what?
You're asking for you participate. You're complicit in your disability. A lot of people are not complicit in their disabilities.
Some people can't blame. Can't. It's not their fault they got hit by a FedEx truck or they fell down a flight of stairs. Or they had a massive. And you know what this is called?
What?
It's called fat liberation.
Yeah.
Fat people think they're entitled to.
Yeah.
The carts.
You know who empowered these people? Trans. You see what men getting away with being women? Oh, they can get away with that. Well, I'm fat and you gonna take it what I give you. I'm a fat liberate myself.
A fat liberate myself.
Yeah, they empowered them to speak up.
It's a disease. You know what it is?
Because progressivism.
It's wokeism.
Yeah. It's a disease.
It's a disease.
Just spreading and manifesting and
Metastasizing.
and metastasizing and just spreading throughout society.
Yeah. She's got a cute face. She'll be beautiful if she lost about
You know what I've
500
noticed about
pounds.
fat girls? They
I
all
just
got
said
cute
another
faces.
joke, man. You don't even pay attention to
No,
my
that
joke.
wasn't a joke. I believe you.
No,
Like,
I said she's
all
got a
fat
cute
women
face.
got a cute face.
And I said if she lost about 500 pounds, she'll be beautiful. And it's
500
like you don't
pounds.
even acknowledge my jokes anymore. She was cute. You have to admit she was cute. But she ain't got to lose 500 pounds out being sarcastic. I thought you would find it funny.
I'll lose about 4.
How much you think she weigh? About 450?
Pull it up.
That's another video. I'm not going to even go to that video.
Bro, she lost about like 50, 75 pounds. She would at least be able to get around the store without having to use a wheelchair, the electric wheelchairs.
About 800 pounds.
Yeah,
She's like a power lifter. Yeah, I ain't gonna even look at that video. Well, that's another show. I don't even feel like looking at no more. How can someone be so much bigger than her hands like that? You got smaller hands, you see? Like there you go.
Your fingers are
Both
fat.
hands. They're comfortable though. Got comfortable them hands. I don't feel like looking at that video. All that pink. I'm just tired of it. You know what?
Look, man, I don't really have too much more to say about that situation. Please tell me what you think about that in the comments. Do you agree with people who are under of age that and over a certain type of weight, being entitled, being able to use those type of, you know, luxuries in stores, aren't those only for elderly people who can't get around the stores? And if those young people who have done that to their bodies, like, isn't that like their problem? Like, shouldn't they probably have their own type of wheelchair that they already have? I mean, people who've lost legs, lost limbs, they got their own kind of, you know, wheelchairs. People who are paralyzed, they bring their own type of, they always got a wheelchair, right? It's just, you a little too entitled, man. You're a little too entitled to something that was never even for you. When it was made, it didn't have you in mind. You did this to yourself. There are consequences. You lay around, you get fat, you're lazy. You don't want to better yourself. You don't want to go out and touch grass. Shout out Brett Cooper. You don't want to go out and touch grass. Then, you know, you gotta deal with the consequences. You're not gonna be able to get around the store for too long. I'm sorry, you're just not. And people are gonna get upset when you get into those chairs. Making a video about it and complaining about it, it ain't really gonna do much because the majority of people think that way. You're gonna get a lot of hate. I'm sorry. Nobody's gonna really agree with you. Like, share, subscribe. Peace out!